Well, as you can see, it is not a wonderful hair day. I had to get up, get moving early, and had a lot of stuff to do this morning before I got back to my computer this afternoon, and I really don't care about my hair because I didn't sleep very well last night. I was a little bit stressed. I usually don't have a problem sleeping. I sleep really good, but I was a little bit stressed yesterday, and then when I finally got to sleep, the old leg cramps kicked in. That means not enough pink salt. But after talking to somebody this morning, I want to talk about retraining your palate. Now, that's a mouthful of words and a good title. Retraining your palate. What does it mean? Well, it means that living in America, being Americans, we are all addicted to several things. We are addicted to grains, we're addicted to sugar, we're addicted to potatoes and rice. And we like those things, and they taste good to us, and our mouths were raised on them. And I can remember, my mom telling me to eat my dinner and eat it all, and encouraging me to eat more, and letting me know if I ate, I'd have a cookie afterwards. So I love flour. I am the cinnamon bun queen. You can ask Mark at Sun and Spokes. I make good cinnamon rolls. I make good pizza dough. I make good dinner rolls, and I love yeast. So this has been an interesting switch for me. And when I first started into it, I can remember making some fathead dough, which is the mozzarella cheese and cream cheese and almond flour, I believe, and making pizza out of it. And I thought that was the most disgusting stuff I ever tasted. I said to myself, if that's what I have for pizza, then I'm not going to eat pizza. And I simply at that point wrote off eating pizza. I found other solutions, and I really haven't gone back to eating fathead dough or trying it again. And I know a lot of bagels are made with fathead dough. So I probably ought to give it a chance because I also hated cauliflower. I just would not eat cauliflower. And I thought, I am not going to do any cauliflower casseroles. Well, it's interesting. But last night, my husband commented as I was making fajitas for our dinner, and I think we had these little steaks, and and I made stuffed poblano peppers. I made them like poppers. I found them on a site on Facebook, I think. Anyway, as we were getting ready to eat and I was preparing the food, he said, it's really interesting, but it's like anymore, I don't care that we don't have potatoes or bread or tortillas. I'm good, and I feel like we're eating pretty well, which is true. And I also made a cake from Roma Payne's cookbook. That's Dr. Payne's wife. It was a lemon blueberry bundt cake or something. And it actually turned out pretty tasty. Everybody seemed to enjoy it at our lunch today. We have a little potluck on Fridays, and everybody enjoyed it. And they didn't seem to mind that it was almond flour. But it's a matter of retraining your palate, especially if you're brand new to keto. If you're brand new to keto, my recommendation is find things that are your happy place. That's what I had to do, and it really wasn't in fathead dough, and I might go back and try it again now that I've gotten away from the flour. And it's funny when people talk about dirty keto or cheat days. All it took for me was one bout with colitis, and I never in my entire life thought I had a gluten sensitivity, but I did. And all it took was one bout to convince me you can have your dirty keto, you can have your cheat days. I personally cheat only with things I'm allowed to eat. In other words, eating too much protein or, something like in that order, but not going back to the old ways because Dr. Payne was right. Getting off gluten or grains is like getting off a heroin. And I don't know about you, but one withdrawal for me is enough. Anyway, in the meantime, have a great weekend. Choose good keto options and keto up, guys and girls.